Hello, my name is Brent Levinson and welcome to this Imagery information video for football coaches. This video forms part of my master's thesis project, and the point is to inform you about what imagery is. The video will last for around 10 minutes. Then in about 2 weeks' time, I will be interviewing you. Please pay careful attention to the rest of this video. First, I want to start with what is imagery? You may have heard of imagery before as visualization or visualisering in Swedish. Imagery has many names: visualization, mental imagery, mental rehearsal, mental simulation, etc. In this video, I will simply refer to the concept of imagery. The act of using imagery can be called visualizing, picturing, imagining, etc. I will be using these throughout this video, so don't get confused. They all describe the same thing. How do we define mental imagery? Imagery refers to the process of creating or recreating an experience in the mind. By using your imagination, you can recreate past experiences or picture new events. In short, all of us use imagery, and we may use it with or without realizing that we do. To help explain imagery, I will now take you through 4 examples. Example 1. Right now, you could be imagining the cup of coffee that you had this morning. You see what your favorite cup looks like. You hear the sound of the water boiling. You smell the strong scent of the coffee. You feel the warmth of the coffee cup inside your hands. And finally, you taste the rich coffee flavor. In this example, the imagery experience involved the use of various senses: seeing what your favorite cup looks like, hearing the water boiling, smelling the strong coffee scent, feeling the warmth of the cup, and tasting the rich coffee flavor. You don't drink coffee? Well, here's another example. Example 2. A businesswoman could use imagery to create the experience of asking her boss for a pay raise. She sees herself dressed in her smartest suit, standing in front of her boss's desk, which smells of freshly polished wood. She hears herself speaking slowly and clearly about her skills and achievements. She tastes the mint that she will have in her mouth and feels the slightly nervous sweat in her palms. But she pictures herself delivering a successful speech. In the first example, you recreated the past experience of this morning's cup of coffee. In the second example, the businesswoman created a future experience of delivering a speech to her boss. Now let's take a look at 2 examples from sport. Example 3. During practice, a high jumper pauses after each jump and practices imagery. If he did not manage to clear the bar, he recreates the experience in his mind in as much detail as possible. He uses all of his senses, trying to identify every detail in order to help clarify what he can do to clear the bar the next time. With practice, his ability to use imagery improves, just like a physical skill would. Example 4. In this last example, all-time great golfer Jack Nicklaus, demonstrates his use of imagery. He says, "Before every shot, I go to the movies inside my head. Here is what I see. First, I see the ball where I want it to finish, nice and white and sitting up high on the bright green grass. Then, I see the ball going there, its path and trajectory, and even its behaviors and landing. The next scene shows me making the kind of swing that will turn the previous image into reality. These home movies are a key to my concentration and to my positive approach to every shot." It is important to know that imagery can be practiced deliberately, on purpose. For example, the high jumper practicing imagery after each jump. Or it can happen spontaneously, by chance. For example, daydreaming about that cup of coffee. Now, to help you understand further what imagery is, I want you to try an imagery exercise. First, try to relax. Close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Nice and slowly in and out. One more. In and out. I want you to picture a bright yellow lemon lying on a plate. You can see the shape of the lemon, its bright yellow color, and the texture of its skin. I want you to imagine picking the lemon up. Feel how heavy it is in your hand. If you squeeze it, is it hard or is it soft? What does the texture of the skin feel like? Now, bring the lemon up to your nose and smell it. Can you smell the sweet citrus scent of the lemon? Now I want you to bring the lemon to your mouth and take a bite out of the lemon. Sink your teeth into its skin. Are you able to taste what it tastes like? Is there a very strong, bitter flavor from the lemon skin? When you are ready, open your eyes. From the exercise we just did, can you tell what senses you used? Were you able to see the lemon? Were you able to feel the lemon? Were you able to smell the lemon? Were you able to taste the lemon? You wouldn't have been able to hear the lemon because lemons don't make sound. In reality, you will often not use all of your senses when using imagery. As the term visualization implies, you may use only one sense at a time or a combination of senses. It's all about creating an experience in your mind. In sports psychology, we know that imagery can take place from different perspectives, internal and external. I will use an example of a penalty kick in football to illustrate these perspectives. First, the internal perspective. Here, a player pictures himself performing a skill, such as a penalty kick, from within his own eyes. Secondly, the external perspective. Here, a player pictures himself performing the skill, such as the penalty kick, from the outside, such as you would see when making a video. Different perspectives seem to work better for different individuals in different situations. In summary, we have learned that imagery can be used to create almost any experience in any situation, such as a cup of coffee or events relating to business, sports, etc. Imagery can be used to create a future experience or recreate a past experience. Imagery can be practiced deliberately, so on purpose, or it can happen spontaneously, just by chance. Imagery can be seen from an internal perspective, as you would see through your own eyes, or an external perspective, which could seem like a video from the outside. Imagery can involve using one or more senses, such as sight, sound, feeling, smell, and even taste. Now for the purpose of my study. I would like to find out about your personal experience of imagery as a football coach. Thank you for your time. I look forward to meeting you again for the interview.